You again. What is it this time? Don't you realize that my patience with you is very limited? Are you here to annoy me even further after I spent the better part of this day cleaning up your mess? Again? You what? You would like to volunteer? Tell me, what makes you think it's a good idea to volunteer for this particular job? Oh, you want to make up for failing. I see. So, in what way do you think you're qualified for this kind of job? Especially after you have failed at every single task I've given you so far? What makes you think you, of all people, deserve another chance? Is it perhaps your habit to never really listen? Or your talent for losing sight of even the simplest targets in the shortest amount of time? Is it your inability to carry out the simplest instruction? Your boundless overestimation of yourself, maybe? Your problematic attitude to work? Or your questionable morals? Is it the conscientiousness that I miss in you so much? You are not even capable of clearing up the mess you have made for yourself. Do you think I missed how you direct more time, more money, more of my people into your mess every time in a desperate attempt to save something, and when that was not possible to cover it all up? I already lost 2 valuable people due to your incompetence. I am not willing to sacrifice another member to you. Need I remind you what happened last week? You somehow lost valuable goods that later fell into the wrong hands, so that we are now suspected of dealing in illicit goods and had our warehouses searched. And to make matters even worse, you burned down a warehouse in the harbor that contained valuable and exotic skins that we, well, imported from overseas. Can you imagine how much it cost me to convince the authorities that everything was in order, import documents were not forged, and all the goods were legal? That it was even more difficult in this context to hide the fact that we may or may not be linked to certain missing high-ranking city officials? Remember when I asked you this question after this particular botched job? What the hell is stopping you from carrying out my instructions? What answer did you have for me? That's right. None. At least your memory seems to be working concerning this matter. So, do you have one now? No, I thought not. Time after time you incur my wrath, and yet you sit here in all seriousness in front of me, and you want to volunteer. Is that so? You know, this job is special. Not only is it a delicate matter that must be handled with the utmost discretion, but it is also considered almost impossible. The best of our guild are reluctant to take it on for good reason. So I don't think I have to explain to you what's at stake. Shut up. How dare you interrupt me? After all the trouble you've caused me this week alone. You just qualified for kitchen duty. The only ones who will get to see your dagger anytime soon are the onions in our camp. I know exactly what you were going to say. Don't give me that. It is not unfair. I have given you so many chances, not to mention the training you have had. Our best weapons masters, strategists, assassins, and thieves have taught you their art. Do not insult them now. One thing about you, though. You're not one to give up easily. So, I will grant you one last chance. Since you've chosen this task for yourself, so be it. But don't you think I'm just going to let you lose on this assignment? In the next few weeks, you will certainly have a lot of time to think while cutting onions. Think of a method so refined and so reliable that even you can't screw it up this time. If you can convince me of your plan, you will get one more chance. Do it right, succeed, and move up one rank. But if you should fail, well, we shall see.